Here's a free site that may interest you. It's commons.wikimedia.org. It's quite difficult to use, so I'm just going to show you the way I use it and hope that helps you. Basically, you get to this home page and this is what you do. You type into the search box the term quality images and then click on space and then type the word you're interested in. Now, this site's quite good for natural things in the natural world, like birds and flowers and the countryside. Or if you're interested in architecture of different countries, that kind of thing. It's not that good for sort of office scenes and business scenes that you might want on a typical business website, but if you're interested in these types of things, quite good. So if I type in here birds, for example, they have a section just for quality images, so everything that comes up is pretty good. And these are all free images to use. Once you've had a look at those images and you're on this search results page, I find it much easier to type directly in here what I'm looking for, having already clicked on multimedia, so that's the next thing to do. And now you can say things like England and architecture, if that's what you want, and do a search and it will bring up loads of pictures of various aspects of English architecture. And you can substitute other countries in there, of course, so I'll just put France, but you'll find the smaller countries aren't very well represented. Now I'd like to show you some of the websites that I use when I need a particular kind of graphic. This is a nice website. It's called Stripe Generator 2, and it does produce quite loud designs, so it's not for everybody, and you may be able to find it works for sites that can take a kind of jolly looking background. I will put it on my site on Devon Web Designers just to demonstrate it for you, but of course it will look rubbish on that, but I just want to show you. Okay, you just use this little tool here to generate stripes until you get ones that you like, so you can change the stripe size and also the spacing of the stripes and colours as well, and you can put shadows and all sorts of things on. So I can change the orientation of the stripes. If you look over here, you can see all the different types of stripes that people have created using the tool, and some of them, you know, are quite subtle, like this one, so you can imagine that being quite a good background for a website. It really just is a matter of taste. Okay, I've applied it to my About page on my website, some stripes that I generated with this tool earlier, and you can see it makes a background now. A bit too busy for a site like mine, but it could work in another context quite well. When you're at a loss for an image to use, or when you want to jazz up your page a little bit because it's mostly text and you've got a post that could do an image but you just can't find one, why not consider a word cloud? Here's an example of a site using one here. That one's not very interesting. And you move down a bit, you can see here there's a more colourful one. Well, that's not very interesting either, but there is a website that will allow you to make word clouds that are purely decorative quite easily and a little bit more interesting than these ones, and that is Tagxedo. All you do is you click on Create, and that presents you with the interface. The first thing to do is to load some words, and I'm just going to put my website in here. You can put some text, like a whole article or something, but I'm in a hurry, so I'm just going to put my website, and then hit Submit. And that'll go off and get all the words on my website and make a word cloud out of them. And then having done that, you can change the shape. So let's have a look at the shape. We could make this into a circle. So there's the words that appear on my site in a circle. We could, I don't know, make it into a speech bubble. How about this dog? And so you get the idea. I mean, if you had a site that was about dogs, these words within the dog would be dog related, so it would look quite good. And there's one other I wanted to show you that's on here, and that was this shoe, which I thought looked really good. You can change the theme, so you can change colours, background colours, change fonts. I'll actually pick a font here and choose Chunk 5, I think that looks the best. And the orientation, but we don't want an upside down shoe, so I won't do that one. Interestingly, you can also upload your own shapes. So I found a picture of Bob Marley on the internet, for example, and if I go into the shape menu, I can upload his image. And the image you upload can be made into more or less of a suggestion of what it is, so you adjust it like this until you've got something that you think looks like Bob Marley. and then you click on accept, and I'll just zoom that out so you can see. You can change the fonts, and I think that's quite a good likeness actually. So really this is very, very flexible and can add some interest to a post that would otherwise not have an image, and you can save the image here. The next tool is Web 2.0 badges, which can be used to generate these decorative icons that can go into your sidebar. Now if you want to be able to do anything you like with these, you're going to have to download the actual Photoshop files which are here, and you can manipulate those any way you like. They're all free, you can just download them, and it means you can have more than one line of text on the badge. However, if you can't do that and you can fit what you want to onto one line, you can just use this quick tool here. And I've generated one here with the word sale on it. All you do is you click on the badge you like. See, as I do that they change. And say I wanted to have this one, or say this one. Then you just type the word you want in here. So Fred, apply, and it says Fred, but I wanted sale, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. You can change the text and the font size and the font colour. You can pick the font colour here actually, but it's just white because it looks best on this blue background, and then click apply, and that gives you the image. And all you then do is right click and then save the image, which you do, and then you can put it into your website. I've done it already and I've uploaded it onto my site, and I've put it into the sidebar just so you can see it, and there it says sale. Of course you can make it clickable and take it to another page or put some text next to it, but it gives you the ability to have Web 2.0 style badges very quickly and very easily. Right, the next tool I want to show you is another neat background generator. I've just made a background here of little Christmas trees, and it's very easy to use, and again it can be put against a simple website that's very plain up front but maybe needs a nice background to give it a bit of a lift. You just choose your foreground colour for the little icon things and a background colour, and so let's do something like this again, so something quite light for the foreground colour, and I'll choose something dark for the background colour, but this time maybe blue, like that. And then I choose a texture for the background, so let's go for canvas. If we just move on and select a different image, so as it's blue, let's pick stars for the night sky, maybe those ones. And then you can make the image that you've picked get bigger or smaller, so it can get quite large or really quite small. So I'll pick something in the middle, and then rotation, you can have the image turn, but for a star it doesn't really make that much difference. And then you can preview it on the page, and that's a lovely background. And as it's a repeating tile, all you do is you click the download image button here and apply it to your background. Bubble.us is a useful tool for building mind maps, and when you've finished you can then paste them into your web page. So I'm going to build a very simple one now and show you how it's done. You just click one of the bubbles to put in a new title on it. So I'll just put traffic building, and then you can click away from that, and then you hover over it and click on this button here to build a new child bubble. So we'll call this one keyword research. We'll click away and build another bubble, social media, and then build another bubble, SEO, and make another bubble here. We'll call that quality content. this bubble has come out sort of mixed up with the others, so all you do is you hover over it and you just wait, and then there's this move button that you can use to bring it up. And let's add one more bubble, let's say conversion. And again, this bubble has appeared mixed up with these three, so just hover over it and move it to the position you'd like it to be in. You can change the colours of these very easily by hovering over the bubble, and then if you put your cursor just in that area, you can change the background colour. So let's have this colour. But notice if I hover again and then just move my cursor to the text, I can change the colour of the text. I don't want to, but I just wanted you to see the difference. You can make the text bigger or smaller, and you can connect this bubble to another one. So just hover over the bubble and then click on connect and drag it to another one. If you wanted to do something like that, Control Z undoes the last thing you did. So I'll just go around now and change the colours of these until they're all different. And let's say that's my finished mind map. All I would do next is export by clicking the export button, and I can save as a ping image, which is good because it means that it'll have a transparent background, and then click export. And there it is. I can now paste that into my web page. Now let's go and see what that looks like in my web page, because I have just actually pasted it into a post. And there it is. It's quite an easy way to get a mind map type graphic into your post.